Michael Bacolod, John, Sky, JC, Fidel Puentes,
Rebound para kay Marky.
Out and no problem.
the 2022 Mpbl playoffs. It is another beautiful night for Philippine basketball as we welcome you back to your 2022 Mpbl playoffs, coming to you live from the Batangas City Coliseum neutral grounds for tonight, as this is the home of your inaugural champions of the Mpbl, the Batangas City Athletics, back in 2017. Bacolod, being led by Jandermal, they're gonna go up against Nico Elorde and the Gensan Warriors in Game 2 of their quarterfinal series in the South Division. Bacolod currently with a 1-0 advantage. If they win tonight, they will set up a date in the semifinals against the Zamboanga Family Span Sardines. But of course, the Gensan Warriors have another idea for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Mix Gomez at your service alongside Coach JB Gayoso. Coach JB, nakita natin tight yung Game 1 between Gensan and Bacolod, but we did see injuries from Nico Elorde and Nico Panganiban for Gensan in game number 1. What can we expect from a rejuvenated Warriors team in tonight's ball game?
My apologies there. We actually found out that they're in good health now and they're ready to play. So titingnan natin. I just need to know the burst of speed that both can give. That's where I question the injuries, and let's see what will happen in tonight's game.
Alright, that's a good story na ating aabangan for tonight. And speaking of stories, we have our courtside reporter na si Sydney Crespo. Sid, magandang gabi sa'yo.
Magandang gabi sa inyo, guys. Another exciting game for us. But alam nyo ba na these two head coaches, Coach Alex Angeles and Coach Marlon Martin, have worked together previously in another professional team. And when I sat with them separately, they both have the same thing to say about each other, na alam nila kung paano mag-adjust ang isa't isa after a win or a loss. At alam nila ang work ethic ng isa't isa. So it's so exciting to watch these two head coaches also. And sabi nga ni Coach Marlon Martin na sayang daw at nagkita na sila ng maaga dito sa playoffs because they both want to see each other move forward in this league. More stories later on, but for now, back to you guys. Actually,
They did have a good exchange at the end of game 1. No? Maganda yung kamayan din na Coach Marlon and Coach Alex. So, abangan natin yan. Yung magandang kwento na yan for Game 2 of their quarterfinal series. Now, Coach JB, as we talk about our playoffs, of course, a lot of people watching it. We want to thank you guys for joining us live on 1PH as we do always Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. And a big shout out to everyone watching, giving us your comments on social media. I believe we have some comments to read. Coach JB, please do the honors.
Oo nga, ito makikita natin. Wow.
Si Alvin Alday mismo yan.
Alvin Anday himself.
Iniibita niya kanyang mga fans, the rest of the Bacolod fans, to watch their game tonight against Elvin Chan and the Gensan Warriors. And we have some more comments from the fans.
Ito kay John Dominic C.S. Mundo. Bumawi kayo, Gensan Warriors! Tama
Utos
naman.
yan.
Utos na yan. At titignan natin mamayang gabi. Carlo Dinky Chaz. Carl, laban mga Generals! Ayan naman.
Ayan, exciting nga ang ating game number 2 between Bacolod and Gensan. As close as game number 1 was, we can only expect greater things to happen here in this matchup. Now, we have to take a look at the team bracket ng ating North and South Division playoff brackets dahil mayroong mga ibang kupunan na po na nag-advance sa semifinals. Nueva Ecija, Zamboanga respectively. Pampanga and Bataan will have that do-or-die game number 3 back in the Brengiao Convention Center on Saturday. Pasig City and San Juan, they have that 1-0 advantage over QC and Val City respectively. Tonight, it's game 2 between Bacolod and Gensan. And then, for the rest of the South Division picture, Batangas getting that 1-0 lead versus Bacoor. Rizal, 1-0 over Sarangani.
Sorry Mix, kailangan ko lang isingit para dun sa Muntinlupa Cagers. Hats off to you. Great effort in tonight's ball game. Yan yung Muntinlupa team na talagang hinahanap natin. Pero ito, highlights of the previous game.
81-77. Well, we did mention in that game that we expected Bacolod to run.
Yes.
Because they were the shorter team. They were missing a couple of their big men. But they were able to do it. They were led by Jandermal.
Oo nga. At ang maganda doon, tumakbo ang mga big men taking advantage of the opponents who were much slower. At ang matindi pa doon, ay kulang na kulang ang lineup ng Bacolod doon sa Zamboanga. Yet they pull off an upset against Gensan.
Now, for Gensan, they were complete, but they did not have Nico Elorde and Nico Panganiban
Yes.
at 100%.
Right. Itong makikita natin ang stats. Field goal percentage, 44.8 for Gensan. 39 para sa Bacolod. Mas mataas pa nga ang sa Gensan. Yet, panalo pa rin ang Bacolod. Ito, free throws. Makikita natin 67% from Bacolod. 85.7 for Gensan. Rebounding story, 43-39 favoring Bacolod. And bench scoring, yan! Laking bagay, 63. Pero syempre, wawalo lang ang player ng Bacolod, and that's the reason why 15 points lang ang output ng kanilang bench scoring.
A lot of people stepped up for Bacolod. Marquis with another double-double. Alvin Alday as well. But Jan Darmal was our best player of that ball game with his version of a double-double. You see the highlights, him shooting threes, attacking the basket, running the floor. We mentioned him being very crucial because even though he's a small forward, he's very lengthy for Bacolod.
Very lengthy, played tough defense. In game 1, he scored 20 points, 8 of 9 field goal shooting, rebounds 11, steals 4, played tough defense, and was really, the main guy for Bacolod in that game.
And of course, he's gonna have to step up in game number 2 in order to advance in the semifinals to set up a date against JC Marcelino and the Zamboanga Family's Brand Sardine. We have a couple more players to watch out for tonight. One of them is Marquis, who's going to be very crucial as the leader for Bacolod. He's going to go up against a young guy in Christian Pajarito.
Oh, ang ganda nga ng matchup nila. 10 points in the previous game. 2 of 11 si Mark. 6 of 11 naman para kay Pajarito. Then 12 rebounds for Mark. Of course, dominating the paint as always. 10 naman para kay Pajarito. Basically the same lang sa assists and blocks shots.
Alright, Christian Pajarito and Marquis are now with Sydney Crespo.
Yes, Mix and JV. I am with Bacolod's Marquis and of course, Christian Pajarito from Gensan. Unahin ko na si Marquis. Mark, until now, your presence and experience is still a problem para sa kahit na sinong opponent na hinaharap nyo dito sa MPBL. But for you as a veteran, anong naging advice mo to your team, especially to the younger ones?
Yun nga, unang-una, siyempre, kailangan kami isipin namin na sobrang blessed kami na makapaglaro sa playoffs. Sobrang laking biyaya ang binigay sa amin ng Panginoon. Kaya ipagpatuloy lang namin yung maging humble at saka magtulungan lahat.
Mark, good luck sa inyo ngayong gabi. Of course, we also have Christian Pajarito, who also have experience here in the MPBL. This is your 3rd season, Christian, no? And you want to extend this to game number 3. What needs to happen dito sa iyong team to hopefully extend this series?
Siyempre gusto namin makuha yung 3rd game. Lalo, siyempre, kailangan namin nag-focus ngayon 2nd game. Tapos, magawa namin yung mga pinapagawa ng coach. Tapos, pagtrabaho kami ng magtrabaho. Yun lang.
Christian and Mark, thank you so much for joining me. Simulan na natin ang laban ngayong gabi. Let's turn you over to our venue announcer, Richard Tampos.
This is gonna be exciting. Batangas City Coliseum as the Gensan Warriors OKBet hoping to bounce back against Bacolod Bingo Plus on the OKBet Manny Pacquiao's MPBL 4th season playoffs. Live on MPBL FB page, Signal Play, One Sports Plus, and One PH. We got a starting 5 for Bacolod Bingo Plus. Small forward number 1, Graniel Piloria. One guard number 9, Aaron Heruta. Also at guard number 17, Alwin Alday. Starting at center number 41, J-Boy Solis. Power forward number 83, Mark Yee. Bacolod Bingo Plus head coaches Alex Angeles, assistant coaches RB Mangahas, Francis Cruz, and Jigs Guadamore. It's time to carry on the starting unit for Gensan Warriors. Okay, bad. Starting at guard number 18, Nico Panganiban. At forward number 16, JB Belencion. At the other forward number 13, Dr. Fly, Don Reverente. At center number 10, Christian Pajarito. One guard number 9, the Ant-Man, Mark Cruz. Gensan Warriors OKBet is led by Marlon Kit Martin. His assistants are Vic Escudero, Noy Pido, Joel Gragasin, Adrian Bocal, and Peter Delegero. Team managers Merman Torres. Referees for this ball game are Edmar Abis, Ramon Santiago Jr., and Rodel.
The Gensan Warriors switching things up for their starting lineup. Nico Panganiban is back Christian Pajarito getting his start alongside Don Reverente, JP Belenchon, and the Ant-Man Mark Cruz. As for Bacolod, Peña Viloria is back as well. Anwin Laday, Jace Boy Solis, Aaron Hiruta, and Marky will begin for the white shirts. This is game number 2 of their South Division quarterfinal series. Bacolod up 1-0. They try to set up a date against the Zamboanga Family's Brand Sardines with a victory today. But as for Gensan, if they win it, they will have a chance to defend their home court in game number 3.
Alam mo, Mix, napansin ko dito, Reverente, a big factor for their loss in Zamboanga. He was in foul trouble. He had to sit out the entire game, basically. But this time, he could be a great contributor if he keeps himself away from that foul.
Mark Cruz also starting very well in this game, making that first shot. He was 1 out of 8 in game number 1, only scoring 6 points. Viloria, mid-range, no good. Rebound Reverente. He was in foul trouble all game long. Only saw 9 minutes itong si Don Reverente for Gensan. Mark Cruz staying aggressive. Back-to-back baskets for him.
Well, very tough to leave and help out on the defense against Cruz, taking advantage of his defender who's much slower. But everybody has to help and force Mark Cruz to pass that ball.
Remember, Mark Cruz had a 28-point game in the season.
And I love the shoes.
Right? We're already seeing signs of that 28-point game at the start of game 2. 2 seconds on the shot clock. That's too strong for Solis. Rebound belonging to Nico Panganiban. There you see that burst from Nico. Oh, what a block by Solis. And they force a turnover.
Well, medyo may halo dun because that's not the explosive takeoff that we're accustomed to seeing by Panganiban. I will have to bring it back because matatakot ka rin even if you say you're 100%, but come game time, you'll hesitate to make that leap.
Nico Panganiban did say that he's 90%.
Yes.
But in game 1, he was 50%. So that's still a big leap in terms of his conditioning.
Well, Sol is banging his way to try to make that shot. Pajarito standing his ground.
Mark Cruz inside. That's too strong for Reverente. Battle for the ball. It ends up with Viloria. Graniel Viloria. Kick out. Alday with the fake. That's his favorite. Short on the one-hander. Second try is good.
With an inch leaping ability, Alday, with all the smarts in the world, getting his first 2 points.
Alvin Alday had 20 points, 5 rebounds in 29 minutes of play. Game number 1 versus Gensan.
Another person that could be a big factor for Gensan is Belenchon. Belenchon needs to get his game going.
Right on cue. He makes that 3.
I mentioned that in the start of the game because this guy, all he has to do is wait outside and stop creating, because if he gets his legs set for the shot, high percentage definitely for Belenchon.
Belenchon only had 2 points in their previous game, was 1 out of 2 from the field, did not make any threes. 4 on the shot clock for Bacolod. They go to Alday again with a one-hander.
You know, it's funny, all throughout his career, he would do that shot. And
right.
It looks so easy to defend, but it's so tough to do so. And I can only say, bantayan niya yan, pero ang hirap.
And that's why Alvin Alday is the second leading scorer of Bacolod, behind Marquis. JP could not get back-to-back threes. Warning on Alvin Alday for faking a foul. Here he is once more. This time, it's a legitimate foul against the Gensan Warriors.
Well, I like what Alday is doing. Cruz is scoring every single time may opportunity. Here we see this bit of action.
There's that one-hander, as you mentioned. Tagal lang ginagawa ni Alvin Alday. Tried to do it again, but to no avail. 7-4. Panganiban's turn. No good. Aaron Hiruta with the board. No forward pass. Hiruta still has it.
Ooh.
Good fake. And the layup.
Nice fake pass by Hiruta. Nobody clogging his path. Fakes that ball to the right and gets an easy layup for himself.
Hiruta had 12 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists in game number 1, which happened on his birthday.
Happened on his birthday, yes. Pero we jinxed the first half of his game. He wasn't really doing well sa first half, no? Buti na lang nakabawi siya.
Right. At the end of the day, he'll take the win. Christian Pajarito scoring inside. That guy was excellent for Gensan in game number 1. Had 12 points and 10 rebounds. J-Boy Soles. No good. One more try here. Viloria. Another kick out. Alday's turn to fire. Off to the left. One more. Strip. Balik ang bola sa Gensan. 5 minutes and 22 in the first. Mark Cruz. 4 points so far. They go to Pajarito. Catch and fire. That's a good spin on that basketball.
Oo nga, talagang nawala ang pangalan ng bola. 5 points for him.
Yung mga klaseng tira na nasa ere pa lang alam mong papasok.
Alam mo, because nga, hindi rin challenge. And maganda nun. If he takes more of those threes, mapipilitan si Marquis or Solis to come out and play defense against him.
Here's Aaron Hiruta. They're looking for Marquis, who still hasn't attempted a shot. 2 on the shot clock. That's a good block. Reverente looking ahead. They go to Panganiban. Nico all the way for 2. Now we're slowly but surely seeing the brand of basketball of the Gensan Warriors.
Oo, dyan ang kinasanayan kong panoorin. Sa Zamboanga, medyo nawala sila doon. But Panganiban, laking bagay din, finishing that strong attack to the basket. No?
Well, he is 90% ready for this game. Ang kanyang tuhod, 14-6, the early score in this ball game.
Coach Marlon Martin is quick to address that his team definitely got affected by the injuries in the last few games, including Game 1 of this series. He noticed that there was no playoff ambience noong Game 1 and they did not dictate the defense at all. Tonight, the Gensan Warriors are feeling a lot better and are on that next play mentality to extend this. Lastly, Coach Martin expressed his hope to win tonight by saying na sana meron pa tayong susunod na practice. Back to the panel.
Thank you so much, Sydney.
Thank you, Sid.
You know, it was actually reflected in the words of all the Gensan Warriors before this game. We asked them, all of them, what was wrong? And they all answered the same thing. Kulang kami sa apoy ng game number 1.
Yes.
At dahil dyan, pula na yung jersey nila for game number 2. They're actually debuting these jerseys. So as much as Coach Martin wants more practices, they're gonna want more reps for them to be able to display these types of jerseys.
Well, you know, there are two things that I saw that really gave Bacolod the win. It's the lackluster effort being put in by their players, and a lot of them were just out of sync. No, some were injured and some were in foul trouble, so they didn't have that usual rotation that the coaching staff of Gensan would use.
Great start here for the Gensan Warriors, 16-6. You know, these are the types of moments wherein sometimes you can't believe it, but you just have to accept it. Ganyan kagaling si Marquis.
At aside from that, Marquis, such a light player, sa edad niya yan, you'd expect him to have injuries. He gets into physical situations such as these that he ends up on the ground, but he just gets up, continues his game.
Let's give you Marquis' numbers in this season. 13.5 points per game, 11.8 rebounds, 2.6 assists. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Marquis is actually battling against his co-best rebounder in the Mpbl na si Don Reverente.
Don Reverente, that's the reason why I was missing his efforts dun sa unang game, at laking bagay nun. Would have been a much better game that we would have covered if Reverente played most of the game.
Kick out here. Jerry Pingoy will fire. That's too strong. Rebound, Hiruta. Bacolod down by 7. They go to Aldaya on the trailer. No conversion. Elorde. Forward pass. Nico to Nico. Panganiban for 2.
Well, I extend that point. No, 6 points kay Nico Panganiban, pero Nico Elorde, just smart. One dribble outlet pass that makes the game quicker. And when he entered in Zamboanga, mas bumilis ang game nitong Gensan.
Nico Elorde only played in the second half, but he was very effective, as you just mentioned. Inside, Mon Ilagan returning for Bacolod as well, able to score.
Yes, napakaganda tignan Monilagan because one of the leading rebounders also nung unang mga liga natin.
Nico Elorde making his first 3-point shot in this game. Get this, coach. Nico Elorde has not missed a shot in this series.
In this series, wow, napakatindi, no? Kanyang performance despite the hand.
He played 12 minutes in game number 1. All in the second half was 5 out of 5 from the field. A plus 10 on the floor was Nico Elorde. Pressure defense by Gensan, but there's a foul against Jerry Pingoy.
I like the intensity right now by Gensan Warriors talaga.
See that hand? It's wrapped.
It is.
Kanyang left hand. Good thing it's not the shooting hand. But you can only imagine how it is bothering Nico Elorde.
Well, this guy is accustomed to punching the bag, no? And para sa kanya, wala yan. Sanay na sanay yung mga buto niyan para mag-training sa suntukan. Kayang-kaya niya rin ilaro ng basketball ang bandage na kamay.
You know, Nico Elorde before this game, syempre kinakamusta rin natin siya. Kamusta na yung pilay mo?
Yes.
Ang sabi niya lang sa atin, oh, balot yan. But
Balot
he's
lang.
good to go.
Yeah, he's good to go.
And we're seeing it at the start of this game. It's him and Nico Panganiban contributing very well for Gensan.
One thing I like about his attitude is he'll never force a shot unless, of course, dying seconds ng possession. But other than that, you will see an experienced young man who will not turn the ball over often, and he can control the tempo of his team.
Great start here for the Gensan Warriors. This timeout is brought to you by Embassy Whiskey. Chill muna tayo at chill nga muna tayo. 2 minutes and 16 remaining in the first. A lot of basketball to go, folks. 21-12 in favor of the red shirts. Hand injury or not, Nico Elorde is one of the most valuable pieces for the Gensan Warriors.
Yes, laking bagay talaga. 13 points in the previous game, and he played sparingly. 6 of 7 field goal percentage, 5 rebounds, 3 steals compared to his stats during the preseason.
21-12 is the score. Turnover here. Good defense by Jan Herbal. Joel Liu on to Jenamar Cabanag.
My bad, I jinxed him. I said he would rarely turn that ball over, and suddenly, on his first possession, coming off a timeout, nawala ang bola kay Nico Elorde.
Here's Jerry Pingoy. They go to Marlon Gomez. Pingoy on to Mondragon. Mid-range. We all know that he has that shot.
Yes, he even in the last game, you know, he should take that even more because they're allowing him that open space.
Even that 3-point shot, Happer Mondragon will not hesitate to shoot that basketball. Monilagan at the post. He goes to Cabanag. Not much space. Turnover. Pingoy looking ahead. They go to Nico. Elorde for 3. That's his first miss of this series. And we would just like to correct ourselves now. With the graphic a while ago, you saw that it was 6 out of 7 shooting. Those are the statistics of Christopher Masaglang. Nico Elorde was 5 out of 5 in game number 1.
5 out of 5. Well, we only read what we see. Okay lang naman yun. Totoo. So, thank you for correcting and representing us in that correction.
It's 23-14 right now. 1 minute to go in the first frame. Gensan off to a good start in game number 2. Cabanag. Screen up top. Mid-range, no good. Inside. Ilagan is fouled.
Head and shoulder fake by Ilagan gets everybody airborne, and a foul, putting himself on the line.
On Ilagan, he is that true center for the Bacolod Bingo Plus in this season, averaging 6 points and 5.3 rebounds. But just how important is he for the White Shirts?
Well, laking bagay talaga because he gives Marky breather, he gives Solis breather. He also can protect the paint. He has moves down low na. He doesn't rush, doesn't really need to score. If you allow him to, he will. And if not, he'll get the points from the line.
And without Mon Ilagan in game number 1, Marky had to play 37 minutes and 27 seconds.
Ang laking bagay. Pero at least, Pero ang kagandahan din doon, limited ang mga taong pinapasok ni Coach Alex. Turnover there, unforced error by Gensan.
Cabanag against Jerry Pingoy. Oh, good hands by Pingoy. Great effort from him. Could the steal be completed? They're still battling for that basketball. Cabanag smiles to everyone. But there's playoff basketball for you folks.
Oo, Jerry Pingoy. Dumay. Ito makikita natin. Jerry Pingoy playing defense right there. Going for the dive. Yun, dapat may 10. Almost hitting his face on the floor.
That valuable face of Jerry Pingoy. And then even after it, he went up, going straight for the ball. Mark Cruz checking back in. Arvin Johnson will fire. That's off to the left, tapped away. It ends up with Mondragon. A lot of contact inside. That's a foul against Bacolod.
Well, Mon Ilagan lost that ball because he was telling the refs an arm went over his back. No call there by the refs, letting everybody play on, playoffs.
That's right. 14 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Gensan up by 7. Mark Cruz against Jan Nermal. He scored the first 4 points for Gensan. Pass inside. Orbeta going to Marlon Gomez, who could not beat the buzzer. Well, what a first quarter that was, especially for the Gensan Warriors, who came in this game fired up.
Alam mo, si Gomez actually can shoot the perimeter, and I was surprised he didn't take that shot. Would have been a nicer attempt rather than that left-hand layup. But Mon Cruz starting the game out.
That's 4 points immediately for Mark Cruz. A couple of his teammates came alive. Nico Panganiban, Nico Elorde as well. Don Reverentes slowly but surely getting back to his old form as well.
Oo nga, but what stopped Mon Cruz from scoring was Alday's post up because he kept scoring and trying to take away the mismatch against itong si Cruz.
There's Nico Panganiban looking very well in this game. They have a 7-point lead after one, 23-16. Nico Elorde, the Gensan Warriors with a 7-point lead to start quarter number 2 here inside the Batangas City Coliseum.
Correct ko lang sarili ko, Mark Cruz. Baka
Yes.
magalit ang mga magulang niya. Good evening po sa inyo dyan sa Gensan.
I'm sure a lot of Gensan fans are watching right now. They're trying to survive and force a game 3, possibly back on their home court. Kick out, Nico Elorde. Working with Mark Cruz, Happer Mondragon, Marlon Gomez, and John Orbeta. They get the offensive board here. One more chance for Nico Elorde and company. Screen up top. Elorde dancing with it. Bounce pass. What a sorry miss. Good defense for Bacolod.
Oh, great block. Looked like a block there by Nermal.
The other end we go. Joey Liu on the drive. A little bit of a pushover, and he scores.
Yan ang masasabi mong carving a path to be able to score. Lee Yu with a push with the left. Nice move.
Joey Liu has had some good moments in this season. Now Jeremar Cabana called for a foul. Take a look at this move by Joey Liu.
Here we see against Nico Elorde extending that arm to get that shot off. But what Liu really needs to do now is stick to Nico Elorde, because Nico Elorde was now taken out by Elvin Chan.
Chan trying to seal. Now the post up. Elvin Chan. That's a good spin. And the basket. Kaina na.
Yan ang sinasabi ko with the tongue out after that shot. Hindi mo masasabing taunting kasi talagang nakakatuwa naman to si Elvin Chan. Very tough.
And it's his way of celebrating. Itong si Elvin Chan. One of the crowd favorites of the MPBL. Monilagan with an answer on the other end.
Easy basket for him. 6 points.
25 to 20. Balik tayo. Elvin Chan at the post. Man goes down. There's a charge against Gensan.
I like what Gensan's doing. They see a mismatch on Elvin Chan. We know Elvin Chan can shoot the 3. But here we see that turnaround move. So taking advantage of this mismatch allows the big men of Gensan to be outside scorers, because a lot of them can shoot from the outside.
We just saw Hafer Mondragon hit on a mid-range shot. Marlon Gomez had one 3-pointer in game number 1. As you turn you over to Sidney Crespo.
Bacolod Bingo Plus is banking on basic basketball, meaning their plan is to not overcomplicate things, but instead show a great flow of both simple offense and defense. Coach Alex Angeles says in the first half of Game 1, they had a problem with their discipline and maturity, and they had to adjust that immediately. His non-negotiable for tonight are hustle and communication, dahil wala pa raw celebration, nagsisimula pa lang ang laban. Back to you guys.
Right, we all learned that from Kobe Bryant.
Thank
You
you,
never celebrate before you actually win that championship, and Coach Alex Angeles knows about it. Remember, Coach JP, Bacolod was down by halftime in game number 1.
Yes, and they just outplayed Gensan in the latter part of that game. Pero Coach Alex knows that this is the type of game that is where mental toughness is called for even more, because you have that, yun nga, yung magiging complacent ka, lamang ka ng isa, and oftentimes teams lose when they're up.
Hafer Mondragon. No bounce for him. Rebound, Janderma. It's only a 3-point game here in the second quarter. Joey Liu. They go back to Monilagan. He has seen that basketball a lot of times already in this game. There's a steal. Masaglang, one guy to beat. He kicks it out. Gomez. Back to Ping. They go to Mark Cruz. He will fire. Too strong. One more chance for Gensan.
Elvin Chan leaping an inch high to get that rebound. That's positioning at its finest.
Right. Ooh, man goes down. A charge against Hafer Mondragon.
I don't like the way Lee Yu hit the shoulder of Mondragon. But, you know, yung mga contact na ganyan happen.
He's holding on to his right shoulder.
You see, Mondragon was moving his feet. He wasn't really set. Ako, I blame the person with the ball. You should bring your man towards the pick. And dun, in that situation, Mondragon had to come out to chase the defender hitting Lee Yu in the head.
Balik tayo sa Bacolod. Marquis is back alongside John Nermal. And here's Nermal. No foul call, but he makes the 3. Remember, in game 1, there was an unsportsmanlike foul caught by John Nermal as he was the one shooting the basketball.
Oo nga, yung landing spot. 6 points for him in the ball game.
9-0 run for Bacolod. We're tied at 25. Marlon Gomez against Marquis. Gomez, couple of spins, no basket.
No way will you get Marquis airborne. He's just great at timing his blocks.
Cabanag could not convert on the other end. Masaglang on the run. They go to Mark Cruz. Same angle, same result. We haven't seen that duo yet in this game of Chris Masaglang and Nico Elorde. Now a foul against Gensan.
Oo, I recall in the game sa Zamboanga, nung pinagsama sila, sunod-sunod na yung fast break runs ng Gensan. But then again, Mark Cruz is doing a great job. Nermal with the 3.
Remember, he was the best player in game number 1. Jan Nermal, 8 out of 9 shooting from the field. That's a very efficient 89%, 1 out of 2 from 3.
And this is the situation that Coach Alex is facing. When Solis and Nermal were in the ball game, they had speed advantage against the big men of Gensan. But with Mon Ilagan inside and Marquis, medyo bumagal na ang takbo ng ilang fast break yun with Solis and Nermal running
Right.
in that first game. But you have to use Mon Ilagan.
Which they have been doing.
Yes.
At the early part of this game. Oh, a steal. That's another one for Chris Masaglang.
Great defense by Lee Yu.
What a recovery. Masaglang, even though he's getting those looks on the fast break, nakaka-recover din ang Bacolod.
Nakaka-recover. Lee Yu just never stopping. Saw the ball, got all ball. Nice defense. Great effort there on his part.
Masaglang
Oh!
getting that foul on his signature mid-range, and he will proceed to the line. You know, we can't forget about the fact that Chris Masaglang was also an all-star.
Oh yeah. Oo nga.
It happened in this very venue
Tama.
when he was almost the all-star game MVP, if not for the emergence of JC Marcelino. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Lead is back with the Gensan Warriors. 2 free throws made by Chris Masaglang, one of the mainstays in this season. Bacolod crosses off of that press from the red shirts. Nermal will fire. He's asking for the foul. It's not given to him.
Well, he didn't really get a good shot off, but Elvin Chan,
That's a good shot for him. Just couldn't convert. The other end we go. Ooh, that's a tap by Masaglang. Nakabawi siya kay Joel Liu.
oo nga, great anticipation by Masaglang.
That's a tough spin. Beautiful finish for Mark Cruz.
Spinning fadeaway off the glass, 6 points, Mark Cruz.
29-25. Both teams exchanging runs here. Nermal escaping the defense, but a sorry miss. One guy ahead. Masaglang on the foot race, and that's the easiest 2 points of the night for him.
4 points for Masaglang. Great outlet pass there.
And this is how he plays. Si Chris Masaglang, he loves to run, and run.
Oo nga, reverente. Heads up play for him to get that outlet pass going.
And this is after that 9-0 run by the Bacolod Bingo Plus. Badly needed baskets from Chris Masaglang for the Gensan Warriors. 31-25. We bring you this epic move of the game in partnership with OKBet. Own the win. What a spin for Mark Cruz. Had to travel lengths of the court in order to pull that one off.
Yung isang angulo yung unang angulong pinakita, huling-huli na nung nakitinignan niya yung basket eh. Yet he was able to find the right angle of the board. That's what you call exceptional focus on your release of the shot.
And because of that, Gensan has a 6-point lead off of fast break opportunities. 31-25. 4 minutes and 5 before halftime. Ilagan, kick out. Heruta, first attempt from the 3-point line, just couldn't convert. Marquis taking his time and he scores inside.
And Marquis not getting a foul despite the contact while taking that shot.
Well, you just mentioned incredible focus. Same goes for Marquis.
At yung respetong nakukuha niya from Reverente and Fajarito, matindi. And that's the reason why he gets away with a lot, getting those rebounds.
Here's Alvin Alday. Bacolod looking to cut that lead. We were tied at 25 just a while ago. Ilagan trying to seal, could not get it. That's a charge against Marquis. Nico Panganiban went flying.
Well, there are times talaga na kailangan mo i-exert ang iyong presence by making those extra bumps, setting that pick. Boom! Right there on the right side of your screen. Well, I didn't see his feet moving, so even then, play on!
Right. And should we say, good job by Nico Panganiban in getting that charge.
Kaso ayokong masaktan pa siya.
Right.
Dahil kailangan din siya ng team niya. It's nice to see players go all out and not play hurt.
Oh, Elorde stepping in and making the basket.
Imbes na Euro step, yun step. Yun
Galing mo dun
step.
Galing
Hindi
mo
kasi
dun,
nakahanap siya ng butas eh.
Tama.
Yun
Yun Iba ka talaga, Coach JV Gayoso.
I'm sorry. I'm just as crazy as anybody else.
Ilagan missing. Panganiban running. The pass, Masaglang, signature shot.
6 points for Masaglang. Huwag mo natanggalin ito, patapusin na itong first half.
Viloria wide open on the other end. It's off to the left. Alday on the second try. Wala pa rin. Takbo na naman. Numbers for Gensan. Bounce pass. Masaglang. Basket and one.
Dito mo makita sa replay ang kanyang tira. Medyo nilamok pa nga kaya tinanggal niya ng kaliwang kamay yung lamok. Kasi syempre baka matamaan.
Ano tawag mo doon?
Anti-lamok layup.
And then there's that pass to Chris Masaglang.
Yeah, Masaglang doing the great things that we know he can do. Like you said, almost the All-Star MVP. Once he runs, ang hirap ng habulin.
Right.
And the persons on the floor for Bacolod, he actually has advantage with his speed. So all his teammates need to do is just launch that ball in the front court, let Masaglang run.
And you know what? He's actually with his favorite running mates right now. Nico Elorde and Nico Panganiban.
At binanggit mo yon nung nilaro sila sa Zamboanga, mas bumilis ang pace, humabol sila.
Right.
9 points for Masaglang. Full court pressure now by the 3 guys on top.
13-2 run for the Gensan Warriors after we were tied at 25. Heruta. Ilagan. They tried to look for Alday. 7 on the shot clock. Alvin trying to seal. It's still with Heruta. Aaron bumping his way through. Bodies on the floor. Marquis is over Don Reverente right now. Physicality has been on another level in this game.
Oo nga, and Marquis was telling the referees, umaarte lang, hindi ko tinamaan. Tignan natin tong action na to, of course.
Takedown right there after the fall as well from Nico Elorde, who got the bump from Aaron Heruta.
Bumabox out pa si Marquis habang nakababa. See, you never stop until the referee says, stop ball. O kita mo, nakita natin dun, nagba-box out pa rin.
Ibang klaseng box out yun. Nasa ilalim mo yung player, no?
Box down eh.
Galing mo ulit doon.
Box down.
Don Reverente proceeding to the line. Again, he struggled in game number 1. 0 out of 2 from the field. 0 points, 0 rebounds in just 9 minutes of play.
At isipin mo kung sino yung napahulog niya, Reverente. Not an easy person to put down.
That guy is a part of the Navy here in the Philippines.
Pero yung dalawa, Marky at saka si Reverente, matindi ang kanilang bakbakan sa loob. Pero with respect, wala naman tunay na sakita na makakapag-flagrant foul, matatawagan ng flagrant foul. It's just a hard basketball.
Alvin Alday at the corner. That's a 3. Bacolod needed that one.
Bacolod needed that one because they actually haven't converted in their last couple of possessions.
39-30. Nico Panganiban. They go to Don Reverente. Ooh. Again, it has been a very physical game. But did you expect anything less from this?
No, not at all. I would prefer a physical game like this, not a dirty game.
Right.
I mean, I recall in my day, bawal papasukin ng kalaban sa painted area. Bawal. See, two guys pushing. We have Mon Ilagan and Mondragon, and outside you've got Nico Elorde and Heruta.
Right.
So everybody, there's a rule talaga, bawal papasukin. And in my time, during my professional career, we would not allow. And once you do enter the painted area, masasaktan ka talaga.
40-30 now. 1 minute to go before halftime. J-Boy Solis working with Aaron Heruta, Alvin Alday, Monilagan, and Craniel Viloria. Another charge here. Oh, Elorde having a stare down against J-Boy Solis.
I don't think Solis knows the capabilities of Nico Elorde. And that's the reason why Nico Elorde will stand straight and face you up.
Right.
Regardless of your height. Let's remember Elorde.
Right. Take a look at what just happened. You know, that was a long time that they're just staring at each other.
I would once, if I were in that situation, Nico coming up to me, I'd just back off and
Turn around.
one thing you need to understand, never get a good guy mad.
Right.
But Solis, in fairness, mabait din naman talaga din si
Oo.
Solis. Maganda rin naman ang kanyang performance. Nagkatulakan lang, I'm pretty sure. After that, mamaya, nagyayakapan at wala ha, laro lang. Ganun lang naman talaga yan.
We all know how important this game is for these two squads. Another foul here, but this time it's free throws for Nico Panganiban.
In that situation, I would have let that go because he wasn't even making an attempt. He was able to get that ball, and it's sad that the call was made. I'm not questioning basically the call na mali, no? But natawagan na, okay, let's go, live with it. But if it isn't really significant na nakaiba ng attempt, then sayang, sana ni-let go na lang. Because it's nice to see the action, the points taken because of the action, hindi yung free throws.
41-30. Brian Hilario is inside the ball game for the Gensan Warriors. That guy also saw a lot of minutes in the previous game.
Yeah, he did play well actually.
That's because of Don Reverente's foul trouble. Alvin Alday missing from 3. Rebound, Pajarito. 4-second differential here between the shot clock and the game clock. Gensan up by 11. They go to Nico Panganiban against Viloria. Panganiban, trip, able to recover. Elorde with 9 to work with. Screen again up top. Nico's turn. Pajarito, catch and fire. That's his second 3 of the ball game.
Nico Elorde caught the ball with 9 seconds remaining. First thing he did was look at the shot clock. Then he set everything up, getting his teammate free.
Great for Christian Pajarito to step up once more for the Gensan Warriors after getting a double-double of 12 points and 10 rebounds in game number 1. Needless to say, it has been a better first half here for the Gensan Warriors, a very physical one, but something that the fans will take here in the Mpbl playoffs.
Wow, talaga namang getting to know you moments ng ating laro. Ito makikita lang natin, 6 of 14 scoring on their possession ang Bacolod, 8 of 9 ang Gensan. Imagine, 8 out of 9 possessions nakakascore ang Gensan.
Very, very efficient. Our halftime score, 44-30.
tayo.
Okay po. Sige po. Nag-standby na po kami.
Welcome back. This is Maharlika Filipinas Basketball League. I'm Sydney Crespo, joined by Gensan Warriors team manager Sir Merman Flores and assistant coach RV Mangahas of Bacolod. I'm going to talk to Sir Merman first. Sir, we're trying to extend this series, of course, to game number 3. What are your thoughts in the first 2 quarters? Your team is up right now. Ano bang nakita natin in the first 2 quarters?
Well, we're supposed to be playing like that even dun sa first game. So we just got to continue what we're doing and hopefully we get this win tonight.
Sir Merman, baka gusto niyo pong batiin ang lahat ng mga sumusuporta sa Gensan and of course your friends and family.
Yes, we would like to thank our sponsor, OKBet, GP Skin, CD14, Tycoon, Iconic Motor Sales, Boss Nick, and sa lahat po ng mga taga Batangas na nandito sumusuporta sa MPBL. Thank you very much po. And hope we give you guys a good show tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us, Sir Merman Flores. Of course, I also have Coach RV. Coach RV, you were talking a while ago prior to this game, no? Meron kayong mga expectations for game number 2. Pero para sa inyo, what have to improve in the third quarter, lalo na ngayon na kayo naman ang naghahabol?
Yes nga, so dapat maging composed na lang muna siguro kami even though na wag na namin i-focus kung ano man yung tawag ng referee o ano man yung nangyayari sa loob. Basta maging ready lang kami. Saka syempre, dumipensa muna kami bago ang lahat para makuha rin namin yung panalo. Hopefully, maka-pick up ulit kami at sana makuha rin namin yung panalo.
Alright, Coach, sino mga gusto nating pasalamatan?
Yes, ma'am. Binabati ko po si Vice Mayor Lip Opeña, Insane Sportswear, Rachel Sofia, BNMT, Aris Enjing, Alitagtag, yung Alitagtag family. Siyempre, yung family ko na rin po. Mga family, mama and papa ko. And ate Roan ko, yung kapatid kong si Rap, yung girlfriend niya, si Jen, and yung wife ko, si Doris. Yun lang po.
Alright, thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining me. But also, it's time for MPBL shoutout. So, basahin natin ang inyong mga comments, mga kaliga. Meron tayo dito from Jailer o Hyler Beronio. Sabi niya, Go Bacolod, Idol John Nermal. From Brian Clem, sabi niya, iba na ang energy ng Gensan ngayon. At lastly, meron naman tayo dito mula kay John Encilio. Sabi niya, let's go Gensan Idol Marlon Gomez. Mga kaliga, pwede rin kayong sumali sa ating MPBL shoutout. Just leave a comment below kung sino ang inyong sinusuportahan o kung ano mga conversation na gusto nating simulan. Second half action na after this break.
We are at halftime of your Game 2 between Gensan and Bacolod in their South Division quarterfinal series. Score is 44-30. The Gensan Warriors well on pace to extend this series to a Game 3 possibly happening on their home court. Bacolod on the other end, they have other plans to try to set up a quick date against the Zamboanga Family's brand Sardines. And in this game so far, Bacolod has not led. It has been all Gensan. Their biggest is their lead right now at 14 points. Later on, you're going to see the numbers, huge disparities, and a lot of those categories concerning fast break, the assists, the field goal shooting. But overall, napag-usapan natin to, Sydney also mentioned it, the fire. It was missing in the eyes of these Gensan Warriors in game number 1, something that we are clearly seeing here in game number 2.
Oo, laking bagay talaga. Totally different team that we're watching right now from the very first. Everybody playing tough basketball, especially on the defense. And once they get that turnover, they run. And yun, mapapakita natin. Ito, mga highlights nga na pinapakita dito sa Gensan, halos fast break ang pinapakita. Laking bagay niyan because that's the reason why they have this lead. Now, having said that, para sa Bacolod, to get back into the ball game, they need to run as well. But they're a much slower team because the fast guys in Nerman and Solis were the ones running, but they're not really playing that much tonight. Ito, makita na, field goal percentage, 53% para sa Gensan compared to 35% sa Bacolod. Assists, 11-6 favoring Gensan. Again, fast break points, 13 points. Lamang nila ngayon ay 14. Laking bagay niyan. Second chance opportunities, Bacolod, dun lang sila nakakabawi because they get offensive rebounds. But that doesn't mean Gensan is not attacking on the offense. It's just that they're converting their shots, and most of their shots were in the fast break.
Leading scorers natin, Chris Masaglang and Christian Pajarito with 9 points each for Gensan, Panganiban and Cruz behind them. Alvin Alday with 7, Monilagan back at it with 6 points, Jan Dermal with 6, and Marky with 5 for the Bacolod Bingo Plus.
Well, Alvin Alday was the person I saw who stopped Mark Cruz from scoring because he forced Mark Cruz to play defense. Alday trying to take advantage of his post-up play, which he was able to score. That changed things around for Mark. Then everybody else in Gensan stepped up when the substitutions came in.
Alvin Alday beginning the second half with Joel Liu, Mark Yee, Jan Dermal, and Mon Ilagan. As for Gensan, they have Mark Cruz, Christian Pajarito, Don Reverente, Nico Panganiban, and Chris Masaglan. Jump shot, a miss from Marky. Takbo na naman ang Gensan Warriors. Bounce pass, Reverente to Panganiban.
First possession, tough to stop. 9 points for
Nico Panganiban.
Miko Panganiban. Bigla ako nagulat doon, nasabi ko, wow, parang sa sobrang bilis, nawala sa aking view kung sino yung nakapag-layup.
46-30, inside, kick out. Marky, fake pass. He goes to Alvin. One-hander again. It's too strong. Panganiban, another strong rebound. Nico, looking ahead. Kick out. Ooh, that is a charge.
Great D there by Liu. Sorry, Migs. You know, napapansin ko, they are running the fast break. I think their coach, the instructions of the coach, wag na natin i-set up, takbuhin na natin to. And they can actually do that. But aside from that, it's even on defense, they're rushing and challenging every person who has that ball. Once they rotate yung bola dito sa Bacolod, may nagcha-challenge, may humahabol. Very great defense and great transition on the offense by Gensan.
That's why they have their biggest lead of the ball game right now, 46-30. Jan Derman looking up. The defense is right in front of him, and he could not convert. Pajarito on the run. I mean, to your point, even their center is dribbling with that basketball. Christian taking his time. Couple of spins. No good.
I actually expected that to go in kasi nung sa Zamboanga, lahat ng mga turnaround moves na ng gano'n, pasok. Kaso tonight, puro tres yata ang pinupukol nito si Pajarito.
Oh! Another charge here. And to your point about Christian Pajarito, he was 6 out of 11 from the field in game number 1. In the first half of this game, a perfect 3 out of 3 so far. 2 of them coming from downtown.
Yun na nga. Pero nakabawi against Liu. Great defense by Mark Cruz.
If I may ask you this, Because there has been that talk that Nico Panganiban is that rising star for Gensan. But do you think Christian Pajarito is now slowly but surely also making a name for himself?
Well, definitely, I think aangat. Well, Nico Panganiban scoring that 3. But of course, Pajarito will step up. 12 points para kay Panganiban. Aangat talaga ang laro ni Pajarito. Bakit? Because coming into the playoffs, ang taas ng expectation kay Panganiban because he was the scorer that helped get them here. So, they weren't really talking about Pajarito. So, the adjustments by the coaches would be to defend yung mga star na nagdala sa kanila dito. This time, leaving Pajarito open and probably pagdating sa next couple of games, babantayan na itong si Pajarito. Great move there by Marky. Experience.
Ay, alam na natin yan.
Yan.
Kahit na binabantayan niya ng mga tao, minsan mahirap talagang pigilan.
Oo nga. Ang kagandahan doon, he uses the spin and not try to out-muscle or pull away yung players. Iniikutan niya lang.
Turnover here. Marquis with the recovery. Pababa ang bola ni Joel Liu. Mpbl Bacolod manufacture a run here. Marquis for 3. No good. Rebound, Mpbl. Too strong on the follow. And it's recovered by Pajarito. The other end we go. Panganiban for 3. Another rebound for Marquis.
Well, yun naman. Isa pang kalawit ni Marky.
Quick shots here from both teams. Battling for the loose ball again. Some cuddles on the court.
Ang sweet nila, no?
Kaya nga eh. Dalawa pa. Yung kayakap ni Christian Pajarito na sina Mon Ilagan and Marquis.
Sipin mo, sandaling lang sama, nagyakapan tayo. Kanina pa tayo magkatabi, hindi nga tayo nagyayakap eh.
Iniiwasan talaga natin yun eh.
Yun.
49 to 33. 6 minutes and 48 in the third frame. Ooh, Pajarito almost lost it. Cruz. Lumalabas, Nico Panganiban. 10 on the shot clock. Two-man game with Don Reverente. Step back. Oh, great rebound by Reverente. And there was a stare down after it.
Oo nga, normal, mistimed that jump.
Pasaglang with a layup. Chris Pasaglang also hasn't missed in this game. He's up to 11 points, 4 out of 4 shooting.
Laking bagay talaga ng contribution ni Masaglang. Running and just, doing all these things. Plus tough defense.
Almost got the charge there. No call. 51-33. Mpbl with the layup. Back and forth we go. Panganiban. Foot speed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Was hobbling after that layup. Remember, he's nursing that knee injury.
Well, yun, taking advantage. Normal, iniwan siya. Nakascore si Normal. Ginawa ni Panganiban. Tinakbuhan na lang because nobody was there to defend him.
Joel Liu, quick spin, no good. Rebound, Pajarito. This guy showing his dominance on the court. Mark Cruz almost traveled. Pasaglang escaping, missing. Inside the battle for the board. There's a foul against Pajarito.
Alam mo, in fairness, Migs, sa sobrang bilis ng action, hindi rin tayo sure kung sino yung tinawagan until tingnan natin yung referee kasi ang action, ang bilis.
Tama. And they have been taking quick shots, right?
Kind of rushed a bit.
Yeah.
A bit. Kasi if you don't, it's a challenge ka talaga eh.
But is this working for them?
Well, if it goes in,
just like that,
yes,
it works.
Kay Normal, as far as John Normal's situation, his first attempt to penetrate, he was able to score. Now he got that rhythm because he has a quicker step than his defender. Ooh, Marquis, great time.
Block, and then the stare down by Marquis.
Biglang coming out of nowhere.
Jenna Marcapanag, back-to-back layups for Bacolod. Lead is cut down to 14.
Nakakatakot, Kabanag, kasi kinausap nga rin tayo, binati rin tayo sa umpisa ng game at tumitingin pa dito sa atin. Alam niya na talagang we expect him to score.
Pajarito answering back on the other end. This guy blossoming into a star in the playoffs.
Well, nobody really gave him much attention. Now he's telling everybody, "Hoy, I'm a part of this team too."
We should not forget the fact that Christian Pajarito also came from a championship program with the San Juan Knights.
Yes, he did. At laki ng contribution niya doon.
What a rebound by Marquis. Did you see that? He was boxing out Don Reverente with his right arm, and he was grabbing the rebound with his left arm as we bring you this move of the game, this epic move of the game in partnership with OKBet. On the win, Christian Pajarito on the reverse.
Yan, makikita natin. Pero ang rebound ni Marquis, well, let's go back to this move. That's knowing where you are, having court sense, knowing where the board is, where the opening is. Great move by Pajarito. Pero yung rebound ni Marquis is perfect example that you don't need to jump to get the ball. All you need to do is prevent your defender to get that ball and just position, let that ball come to you.
Sign goes down in front of that Gensan bench. Maybe a little bit too excited as they have the 16-point lead. At the corner right now, Elorde driving at the middle. Ooh, the pass is too strong.
Good intentions, bad execution, but I'm pretty sure Nico Elorde, babawi yan.
Right. Speaking of babawi rin syempre si Jay Gars ng Bacolod Bingo Plus. Pilay siya ngayon, but we're looking forward for him returning here in the Mpbl. Jerome Garcia and family, Pia, Gavin, and Gray watching. Gandang gabi sa inyo. J-Boy Solis, that's short. Foul on the loose ball. Nermal getting the contact. Hafer Mondragon ang matatawagan, so it's free throws for Jan Nermal. By the way, no, Coach, if I may, batiin ko lang din ang happy 4th birthday, an advance happy birthday to Aliyah Sassy Arboleda, ang anak ng ating statistician na si Jepoy. Happy 4th birthday to you.
Happy birthday. Kanina pa nag-aantay. Batang-bata. Kailangan na matulog na maaga.
This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
John Nermal, another great game for him. Slowly contributing.
We did mention that in game number 1, Bacolod was down in the first half. And then they had a better second half.
And that's when everybody started running. But at the same time, medyo gumanda rin ang laro ng Gensan dun sa second half na yon.
Nico Panganiban. No good. And there's a foul here on the loose ball.
Well, dun mo makikita, Sol is just changing the shot of Panganiban with his long arms.
So this is that running lineup of the Gensan Warriors. Yung tatlong guardia na yan. Nico Elorde, Nico Panganiban, and Chris Masaglang. And then you even have Don Reverente as your 4. But on the other end, this is also a fast lineup for Bacolod.
It's a much faster lineup. Sad to say, no, Hilario is not as fast, but his presence on the court right now is because he is a smart player. He'll probably start the outlet passing, and then if he trails, he can actually receive a pass and take the outside shot.
Let's turn you over to Sidney Crespo.
Coach Marlon Martin says errors, losses, and emotions are all part of basketball. Pero they have to make sure that their emotions will be translated to good results. Stakes are higher na nga, but so is the emotions of some players. Tulad nga ng sabi ni Coach Marlon, he saw this in his team in Game 1, so he had to remind them about composure. Frustrations are normal, pero sana raw maturity pa rin ang mangibabaw. Your thoughts on this, guys?
Well, that is very important, Sidney, especially in this game where there is a lot of physicality.
A lot talaga. Hindi ka pwede mag-get carried away.
Just like that.
Just like that. You can't get carried away. You need to be composed. And the best person actually is a best basketball player is to be a liar. Kasi you're pretending you're not mad and you think everything is okay and you work well having that mental toughness to get you through all these uncalled physical play.
Aaron Hiruta making the first free throw. That has been the story in this game.
Ako masasabi ko, ang basketball player, pwede rin maging magagaling na artista yan.
Artista. Parang, sino kaya?
Ay, hindi. Ako nasubukan ko lang.
Ehemplo.
Yan. Because you have to, composure actually is pretending. Sometimes takot ka nga at kinakabahan, pero you have to show na you're tough.
By the way, speaking of artistas, we want to give a shout out to Gerald Anderson, who is not playing tonight, but he is one of the most loyal players of the Gensan Warriors. One of the crowd favorites here in the MPBL.
And he actually contributes. He's not just a person, a part of that team. He is a participant of why the team is in this situation as
Right.
well.
Even young JV, by the way, shout out to him. That's not you, the young JV
Yes.
of the Gensan Warriors. Turnover here. Pasok dito. Isa ding mukhang artista para sa Gensan Warriors na si Jerry Pingoy. We were talking about the effort by Pingoy in the first half, diving for loose balls. He gives up that turnover. Cabanag missing. Rebound, Nermal. Trying to push away Nico Elorde. And Nermal scores inside. The lead is down to 8 points.
Nermal deserves to have that shot. He went up, got the offensive rebound, never stops on the play, and finishes. Gets himself in a position. Smart move.
And just like that, folks, it's a single-digit ball game.
Oo nga.
55 to 47. We'll be back for the rest of Game 2. Chris Masaglang, those are his numbers in Game 1 versus Bacolod.
He received 13 points for him. Average na 6.2. Dumoble-doble na agad. 6 out of 7 field goals. 5 rebounds, 3 steals, and speed.
Everlasting speed.
Everlasting speed.
And even in this game, he continues to be very excellent for Gensan. 11 points, 80% shooting from the field.
Ayun, pinakita natin. Tumatakbo. Getaway layup. Para sa kanya, another strong move by Masaglang.
He actually had 3 steals as well in the first half. Itong si Chris Masaglang.
Safe to say, makulit Masaglang. Makulit
maganda yun.
Makulit talaga siya eh.
Here's Nico Elorde. Isa pang makulit para sa Gensan. It used to be Chris Masaglang and Milan Landicho.
Yes.
Yung backcourt duo ng Gensan Warriors. Panganiban. His turn to drive and kick. Pingoy with a fake. Inside, kick out. Hilario. Another fake, another pass. Pingoy in and out.
Wow, great rotation there on defense by Bacolod.
Chance for the Bingo Plus to trim this lead. Scoring so far in this quarter is 17 to 11. Inside, Nermal could not score.
He had that quick move to the basket. Unfortunately, medyo mali lang yung angulo ng kanyang tira.
55-47, Panganiban. Back to Elorde. Against that zone. Nico. Ooh.
Well, it looks like the referee is calling a foul on Reverente.
Very angry on that play. Then again, it has been a trend in this game. We cannot even count the number of bodies that have gone to the floor because of just pure effort from the players.
Oo nga, eh, makikita natin. You try to prevent somebody from getting possession, but here we see, wow.
Because of that, Don Reverente will take a breather. Christian Pajarito will check back in. 36 seconds to go here before the end of 3. Game number 1 was settled by 4 points between Gensan and Bacolod. Right now, it is an 8-point game. With 24 seconds remaining in the third, 10 on the shot clock. Heruta driving. Oh, what a block by Christian Pajarito.
Wow, great timing and show up there by Pajarito.
12 seconds here. No more shot clock. Lourdes gonna play with the time.
I'm sorry, Mix. Heruta made a great move, but even greater was the show up of Pajarito. He just took that opportunity away.
There was a clear path to the rim before Pajarito just emerged out of nowhere. Then again, he has been playing very well in this game on both ends of the floor. Pajarito, short. That's his first miss from 3. And that will conclude the third quarter of this game. A good third quarter for the Bacolod Bingo Plus, but Gensan, they still have the lead.
Yeah, it's nice that Bacolod fought back, limiting the opportunities and the chances of Gensan, bringing this lead down to single digits.
Marquis looking to steer his team into the semifinals to force that duel against the Zamboanga Family's Brand Sardines, who had just advanced earlier today, eliminating the Muntinlupa Cagers. But Jan Nermal and company, they have a different idea. They look, or let me change that. Jan Nermal and Bacolod, they're looking to advance in the semis. Gensan has a different idea as they try to go back to their home court for a possible game 3. 55-47 at the end of 3. See the top 5 rebounders in the Mpbl, offensive rebounding that is. Don Reverente number 1, Marquis number 2, Gipayan, Bringas, and Matias rounding up the top 5. Marquis will begin the fourth quarter at the bench. Bacolod is down by 8 points. They will begin with Jenamar Cabanag, Aaron Heruta, Craniel Viloria, J-Boy Solis, and Jan Nermal. As for Gensan, they have Mark Cruz, Chris Pasaglang, Nico Panganiban, Christian Pajarito, and Don Reverente. Bacolod actually won quarter number 3 in this game. Take a look at the quarter scoring.
Here we see 23-16 favoring Gensan in the first, 21-14. Again, Gensan favoring. But on the third quarter, nabuhay ang Bacolod, 17-11, taking that third quarter. That's why we have a score 55-47 favoring Gensan.
And they start the fourth quarter with a 3-pointer by Jenamar Cabanag. The lead is now to 5 points. That hot shooting extends back in the third, kung saan nag-struggle naman ang Gensan Warriors.
Nag-struggle talaga. They had 16 possessions sa third quarter. 5 beses lang nakakonvert ang Gensan, habang 15 possessions ang Bacolod sa third quarter with 8 converted possessions.
They have the momentum right now. A 2-possession ball game. Bacolod looking to advance to the semifinals of the South Division.
Well, highly noticeable huminto ang fast break run ng Gensan. They need to go back to running that offensive attack that they gave them the lead earlier.
J-Boy Solis, his first 3-pointer in this ball game, his first points as well, folks. It's down to a 2-point lead.
Oo nga, mukhang kala ko papasa pa nga niya, but then slight hesitation, got himself free.
Where will the answer come from for the Gensan Warriors? Panganiban is blocked by Nermal.
Everything we saw Gensan doing earlier, Bacolod has now taken over and just copied what Gensan was doing.
This 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. J-Boy Solis receiving that pass from Aaron Heruta and scoring his first points of the ball game. The lead was as big as 19 points. Now it's down to 2. Now Bacolod with a chance to tie or get their first lead of the ball game. Oh, what a spin by Craniel Viloria!
What a move. For me, that is the layup of the night. Amazing move.
And he was able to escape all the defenses in the world. 8-0 run for Bacolod. Good answer back from Nico Panganiban. Gensan badly needed that one.
Badly needed that one. 8-3 bigla. Pinalpal na naman ang magandang intro natin na 8-0 run. Biglang kaboom. Press from Nico Panganiban.
Whoa! Escaping the defense. Another layup for Bacolod. Here we go.
This is the combination we saw that did well in Zamboanga with Solis and Nermal inside the ball game.
Now they have the luxury of having a Craniel Viloria as well on the court. Nico Panganiban with back-to-back threes.
Well, somebody needs to stick to him if they want him to stop shooting. This guy will never hesitate to take those three-pointers.
Nico Panganiban, 50% conditioning in terms of his knee in game number 1. Now he's up to 90%. And he just scored his 20th point in the ball game. Kabanag with another pass. Nermal from the corner. One more chance here. 2 on the shot clock. J-Boy Solis from downtown.
Napaganda pa. Wow, 6 points for Solis. His second basket in this quarter.
Lead cut down to 1. Back and forth we go here in the 4th frame. Gensan fighting for survival. Bacolod fighting for that semi-finals date against Zamboanga. Pajarito. There's a foul inside.
Well, right now the best thing they could do.
As this 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. That 3 by J-Boy Solis.
Great assist there to Solis. No, what Bacolod needs to do is really choose who will double team Pajarito, because Pajarito's asking for that ball, and we know once he gets that ball down low, he can score.
As well as this guy, but that time around, Nico Panganiban is called for a walk.
Well, frustrating situation. Tinignan ko agad mukha ni Pajarito. He had his man set, locked up, and he was ready to attack.
Panganiban already in clutch mode for the Gensan Warriors. It started happening when they were on their home court for the first time this season, where he emerged as the star for Gensan, as their closer. Right now, he's gonna have to come alive in the playoffs, in the very venue where he was named as an all-star for the South Division. Heruta, pick and pop, Solis again. This time it's too strong. Inside, it ends up. Oh! Sorry, miss.
Another Totka right there.
That's Totka number 2.
Wow, great offensive play by Nermal, tapping that ball to his teammate.
The other end, J-Boy Solis. He got the block. He's asking for a charge here. Referee Jerecho Brilla will consult our viewing station here just to be sure about what happened. This guy has been nothing short of amazing here in the 4th frame.
Well, he played a great game in Zamboanga, played sparingly earlier, and now the two big men, Nermal and Solis, have combined again to get this lead of Gensan to 1 point, and he has contributed a lot. Oh, the left arm.
That's what he's arguing about, that it was a charge against Don Reverente. It is a charge. He was very confident about that call. It was J-Boy Solis. Great for him to find a new home with the Bacolod Bingo Plus. He was one of those youngsters in the Parañaque program a couple of years ago. Kasama niya sina Paolo Castro, among others. It's 61-60. Bacolod with a chance to get their first lead of the ball game. Under 6 minutes to go in game number 2. Heruta against Masaglang. Aaron, kick out. Viloria's turn to drive. One-hander off to the right. Mark Cruz goes back to Masaglang. Remember, the hot hand is Nico Panganiban for Gensan. Against that zone. Masaglang onto Mark Cruz. They swing it over. Panganiban. That time it's short.
Wow. They dodged the bullet there. Itong Bacolod, Panganiban, free with the 3.
That's a good play. by the Gensan Warriors.
Oo nga, ball rotation lang, waiting for the open man.
Solis on the catch. Couple of fakes. No good. Rebound, Reverente. Now he's running the floor. Masaglang on the finish. He is fouled.
What a ball game.
What a day, actually. What a night. Because Muntinlupa also had a comeback against Zamboanga.
Oo nga, sadly they go home empty-handed itong Muntinlupa. But titignan natin ngayong gabing to. Second game.
Couple of substitutions here. Montilagan and Marquis, the veteran big men, checking back in as this free throw is brought to you by Stream Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. They are joining Aaron Heruta, Jan Dermal, and Jeramar Cabana.
Well, I see right now the Bacolod will actually have full control now of the area closest to the basket with Marquis and Ilagan inside. It's just that they slow down now with Solis out there, plus his outside shooting, which has been connecting for Solis.
Heruta trying to push away his defender. 9 on the shot clock. Marquis against Don Reverente. They go to Jan Dermal. Great matchups across the floor. There's a foul on the shooter. The whole Gensan bench is asking for a charge. Now Don Reverente will foul out. That has been his problem all series long. The foul trouble for him.
Well, Reverente had no other choice but to really challenge that shot. I would like to see the contact down low, because from our angle we were covered, and here we see.
That's what they're arguing about. The right leg extension of Jan Dermal.
Well, a call was made. Once it's released, that call is made. You can't actually reverse any of these calls, no?
Referee talking to the coaching staff of the Gensan Warriors. Coach Marlon looking very unhappy. So remember, they're feeling all the sense of urgency in the world. They're fighting for survival in this game.
Yes, they are. Alam mo, in the case of Reverente, no, I would jump up and not even come close to Nermal. Kung pumasok, fine. But Reverente has been a vital cog in the defense of Gensan. And he's been really controlling as much as he can the second chance opportunities of Bacolod. Sadly now, Gensan has to look for somebody to take his place. Gomez getting ready to come in.
To your point about Don Reverente, even though he hasn't been scoring, only 1 point in this game, he does have 11 rebounds and 5 assists.
Yes, on both ends talaga. Plus the tough defense and, you know, just helping his team out. His presence inside changes shots.
Jan Dermal proceeding to the line. First one is a miss. Could have tied things up. Coach Alex Angeles looking very chill at the sideline, but you can only imagine what he is feeling, what he is thinking as they try to advance to the second round. Jan Dermal with back-to-back double-doubles here in this series.
I want to continue what I was saying. Tinanggal si Solis, medyo bumagal ang takbo ang players na nasa loob para sa Bacolod, but they don't really need a 3 points right now. They need experienced players who can finish off this game, scoring 2 points at will and preventing points in the paint by Gensan. Kaya probably that's the reason why Coach Alex brought in these two veteran players, tried and tested already.
The other end, Masaglang being joined by Marlon Gomez, Mark Cruz, Christian Pajarito, and Nico Panganiban. A stop from Bacolod, counter steal. 2-on-1, make that 3-on-1. Pajarito could not convert. One more try, Masaglang, napaganda pa.
Wow. Just when you think Bacolod defense has already stopped Gensan, Masaglang finding ways. He instigated that steal and finishes off, rewarded for his efforts. Great game by Masaglang.
And he will go back to the line. He hasn't missed from the stripe. Itong si Chris Masaglang, 5 out of 5 15 points, 2 rebounds, and as I say that, he misses his first free throw. I'm so sorry, Chris Basaglang, but you do have the lead right now. 65-62. 4 minutes to go in the fourth frame.
Pero yung utak niya sa kung paano maglaro, no? He missed a shot, got a steal, and scores again.
Nermal, no good inside, but Ilagan is there for the putback.
And that's why these veteran players are in for Bacolod, because they don't need the three, they just need second chance opportunities inside the paint. Sure ball shots.
65-64. Mark Cruz onto Nico Panganiban. 9 on the shot clock. Pajarito. Kick out. Cruz at the corner. That's a big one.
Wow. Much needed. Much needed for Gensan. 9 points for Mark Cruz. Much needed.
68-64. They're still taking care of their lead. Bacolod has not touched the lead in this game. Joel Liu, pick and pop. Marky loves this. He loves that shot.
Just when you needed it most, Marky showing up. 11 points for him with a three-pointer.
68-67. Down to a 1-point lead again. 2 minutes and 50.
Alam mo, Mix, nung si Solis bumabantay kay Pajarito, they would go to Solis. Solis was, Pajarito was actually, asking for that ball. But now that Ilagan is guarding Pajarito, medyo hesitant na siya humingi. Gomez with his first 2 points.
70-67. Back and forth we go in the fourth quarter. Jan Nermal. He will drive. One-hander. What a layup.
Great move by Nermal. 22 points for Nermal.
He has been the best player of Bacolod in this series. Back to a 1-point game. Cruz, Gomez, back to the Ant-Man. Bounce pass. That's stopped away. A foul against Bacolod.
Looked like it was all ball. I don't know if they call it on...
Si Altay nga matatawagan.
Okay, titingnan natin. Oh no, that's a different move.
This was that pass to Marlon Gomez for 2. And then the layup by Jan Nermal, who could have dunked it.
Could have slammed that. Made it a highlight. Highlight of the week.
Marlon Gomez at the line. This guy's efforts paying off for the Gensan Warriors. He lives in Tarlac, but they practice in Pasig City and he goes home every night.
Wow.
Nagbabas yan kada gabi.
Wow. That's admirable talaga para sa mga taong gusto maglaro.
Marlon Gomez at the line, finding his new home with Gensan after getting a stint with Pampanga. Lead is 2 points here, 71-69. 2 minutes and 5 remaining. This last 2 minutes is brought to you by Embassy Whiskey. Chill muna tayo. 2-point ball game. Joel Liu, kick out. Marky for the lead. That's too strong. Oh, that's a foul against Alvin Aldaya. Clear one for the referee. Ramon Santiago did not have a hard time calling that foul. Even though it's not a home game, it's an exciting game.
Yes, it is. Sayang, kulang ang mga tao ngayon para manood.
71-69, Panganiban at the line.
Actually, 2 games tonight that we covered. Exciting ball games.
Miss on the first one for Nico Panganiban. But again, great to see him on the court. His knees looking better. Same goes for Nico Elorde, who's joining him right now. They also have Marlon Gomez, Mark Cruz, and Christian Pajarito. No more Don Reverente, who fouled out a couple of minutes ago. 2 misses at the line for Panganiban.
Oo nga, surprising for a guy who can score from the 3, penetrate, everything he does great, and then he misses his free throws on the most crucial part of the game.
Marquis, double team. Joel Liu, they go back to Nermal. He will drive. One-hander is short. Ilagan is there. 2 on the shot clock. Liu had the fire. There's a foul inside.
I believe on Marquis.
And now, because it's under 2 minutes, referee will review this play. Coach Alex Angeles still with that same facial expression. Again, Bacolod looking to advance to the second round of the playoffs. Zamboanga po ang nag-aabang sa Bacolod or Gensan. Take a look at the replay. Pushing foul nga may tatawag kontra kay Marquis. Free throws muli tayo dito para sa Gensan Warriors. Christian Fajarito at the line. In this season, he is a 69% free throw shooter.
I wasn't gonna comment because I always jinx the free throw shooter.
So after na lang.
After na lang.
202 for Christian Fajarito. Gensan is now 11 out of 18 from the line. That's just above 60%, 73 to 69 with 81 seconds remaining. We have 2 timeouts remaining for Bacolod and Gensan respectively. It has been a back and forth in the fourth quarter. And we'll be back for the rest of these 81 seconds. In the regular season, when these two faced each other, Gensan won by 3 points on their home court. In game number 1, Bacolod won by 4 points in Zamboanga. And now, it's a 4-point game. Gensan up 73 to 69 with 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining.
Well, Gensan is not yet in penalty, so that's a plus factor for them.
There's a 5-second violation here, something that we do not get to see normally here in the MPBL, but great defense by Nico Elorde on the pressure.
Well, everybody contributed in that turnover, harassing the person with the ball, plus denying every teammate from receiving. So difficulties there led to the turnover favoring Gensan.
Gensan will now have the possession. 4-point lead for them, 1 minute and 4 seconds remaining. Back inside the Batangas City Coliseum for Gensan versus Bacolod. We have our player matchup, Christian Fajarito versus Marquis.
Well, dito nakikita natin 13 points for Fajarito, 11 lang kay Marquis, 4 of 8 field goal shooting, but it's the rebound factor. Lumalamang si Fajarito, and that's because Marquis got to sit out a long time. Because Monilagan's back, Solis is doing great, and Normal as well. Here we are waiting for ourselves to start again.
73 to 69, 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining. Mark Cruz working with Marlon Gomez. Kick out, Elorde, he will fire. That's too strong. Rebound, Panganiban. One more chance here for Gensan. 8 on the shot clock. Mark Cruz, mid-range. This time it's short. Bacolod with a chance to trim the lead. They're down by 4. Joel Liu onto John Nermal. He gets it back. Nermal. Oh, good steal by Mark Cruz. 3-on-1. Cruz onto Panganiban, who is fouled. Elorde getting at it with Marquis. Nico's just trying to help out Nico Panganiban. You know, for every fall that we're seeing in the playoffs, especially with these injured players, we can't help but be concerned, especially with stars like Nico Panganiban.
Yes, and mukhang nagkaka-cramps na nga rin siya.
And again, that's actually shades of who Nico Panganiban really is, running the floor, skying high for those attempts. Just don't want him to get hurt. He did say that he's still not 100%, especially that knee. You have to take caution to that. Ang kanyang left knee, kitang-kita nyo naman, may balot din po yan.
At nakakatakot isipin, ano pa kaya kung 100%?
Right. That's why he is an all-star starter for the Gensan Warriors. 73-69, 23.5 seconds to go. First free throw, another miss for Nico Panganiban. He's missed his last three.
Yes, actually surprising nga, no? He does everything so well pagdating sa crucial part. But hey, it happens to the best of them.
Made his fourth one. 49% free throw shooter itong si Nico Panganiban. Natawag na timeout dito ang Bacolod. They're last in this ball game. They're down by 5 with 23.5 seconds to go. Do they need a three-point shot at this point?
A good three-pointer, yes. Solis needs to come back into the ball game because he's one of those who helped them get into this game. They need his 3 points because tendency for the big man is to sag. And he was the only effective big man who was scoring the three-point shot. But having said that, Marquis also took threes. I know Mon Ilagan would be willing to take those shots if need be. But, given the situation, if it's a quick dash to the basket, an easy layup would be fine as well. Then play tough defense. They just deny the inbound and then they can get that ball back again.
Let me correct myself. There's one timeout remaining for the Bacolod Bingo Plus. Isa rin para sa Gensan Warriors. Gensan is still not in the penalty here. And they will defend with Nico Elorde, Marlon Gomez, Chris Masaglang, Mark Cruz, and Christian Pajarito. Rudy Distrito, Joe Ramos, Kenneth Durendes, Emer Oretas, Seth Hamora, and the rest of our VIPs are at the sidelines here. Bacolod, they will inbound at the sideline. Aaron Hiruta working with Mon Ilagan, Marquis, Alvin Aldain, and Jan Nermal. Nine-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Nermal will fire. That's a big-time three. The lead is cut down to 2. Nico Elorde got tangled up with Marquis once again.
Well, the box out has to be sure. When you box out somebody or keep somebody out, you'll have to grab. And when the twists and turns occur, somebody's bound to fall.
There's that three-point shot by Jan Nermal. Obviously a design play by Bacolod.
Yes, and Jan Nermal talagang, really giving hopes to the fans of Bacolod.
As much as we talked about Nico Panganiban as a rising star for Gensan, we cannot forget about Jan Nermal for Bacolod.
Yeah, we cannot at all. Great game. Back-to-back games for Jan Nermal.
It's 74-72. Take a look at Jan Nermal's numbers in this game. He's up to 25 points and 10 rebounds. As we take a look at the games tomorrow, Pasig City versus Quezon City at 6:30 p.m. live on One Sports Plus. And then it's San Juan versus Valenzuela live on 1PH at 9 p.m. Pasig and San Juan with their respective 1-0 leads in their best-of-3 series. On Friday, we will be in the Inares Sports Center in Pasig City. That will host Bacoor versus Batangas, and then Sarangani versus Rizal. Then on Saturday, Game 3 po between Pampanga and Bataan. Our game reset, no more timeouts for Gensan, 1 for Bacolod. The Bingo Plus are in the penalty, 2 more fouls to give for the Gensan Warriors.
Well, right now, Bacolod should not foul anyone. But they should have used 5 guys to defend the 4 guys on the court from receiving.
Panganiban for 3. Oh, he puts it in! Mark Cruz is pumped up. They've talked about passing the keys onto their young and rising star, Nico Panganiban. That's it right there. Mark Cruz was known as one of the lethal scorers in the Mpbl, giving up that basketball to their all-star starter, Nico Panganiban.
Well, what a great game for him, no? Actually, before he inbounded that ball, he was already massaging his thigh. And I was thinking, how can this guy contribute? And he has kept me quiet by shooting that 3. Wow.
77-72, 11 seconds remaining here. Nico Panganiban with 24 points in this ball game. Playing at a 90% conditioning for his knee. And now he will play defense alongside Nico Elorde, Mark Cruz, Marlon Gomez, and Christian Pajarito. As for Bacolod, they have Marquis, Monilagan, John Nermal, Alvin Alday, and Aaron Hiruta. No more timeouts remaining here. And remember, they just designed the play a while ago for John Nermal, who hit the 3-point shot.
Yes, they did. Titignan natin sino naman ang aangat para sa Bacolod for this attempt.
Ooh, Alday and Lorde getting tangled up. Marquis losing his option. He goes to Alday at the corner. That's short. Wow. A lot more people falling down in this game. Mark Cruz and Alvin Alday. With 1.7 seconds to go, this is a wrap, folks. And there seems to be a trend in the matchup between Gensan and Bacolod, Coach JV.
Oo nga eh. Nagiging physical. Konting paalam bago talagang matapos itong laro. What they don't realize is magkikita pa naman kayo ulit.
And again, possibly that game 3 might happen inside the Lagao Gym in General Santos City. Take a look at what just happened. Hiruta collided with Mark Cruz, who then slided onto Alvin Alday after he also got tangled up with Nico Elorde. Again, should we say no love inside the court for these two teams, because their 3 matchups so far have been decided by 3, 4, and now 5 points respectively.
Yes.
Palitan lang ng panalo ito.
Palitan lang ng panalo. Whoever actually remains composed sa crucial part of the game takes the ball game.
Marquis with the last shot. He misses. There was even a push at the last second. But the trend continues. In the regular season, a 3-point win by the Gensan Warriors over the Bacolod Bingo Plus. In Game 1, a 4-point win by Bacolod over Gensan. And now, it is retribution for the Gensan Warriors with a 5-point win against Bacolod in Game number 2.
Oh, looking forward to watching that Game 3 between these two teams. And we both knew and had a feeling that this is gonna go into 3 games.
And how about this, guys? He told us that he was only at 50% in game number 1, the condition of his knee. Now he's 90% and good to go in game number 2. Our player of the game brought to you by OKBet, the official partner of the Mpbl. With OKBet, own the win. Nico Panganiban back to his all-star form.
Wow, what a great game for him, and I'm happy for him. No, that's a confidence booster. He needed this game to really shine. Let's just see how he recovers, because he needs to go through therapy just to prepare for his game 3.
Nico Panganiban is now with Sidney Crespo.
The key player to extending this series is Nico Panganiban with 24.6 rebounds and 2 assists. Nico, there was a lot of conviction coming from you sa buong gabi. But what was going through your head in the last few seconds? Where is that confidence coming from?
So yun lang, yung mindset ko lang ngayon is ma-force namin yung game 3 and makabawi ako sa last game namin, kasi nung game 1 talagang hindi ako naramdaman ng team. So yung mindset ko lang talaga ngayon is ibuhos kung ano yung ginagawa ko lagi and yung energy na binibigay ko lagi sa team.
Sabi ni Coach Marlon Martin na gusto niya pang mag-ensayo kasama kayo. Meaning gusto niya pang ma-extend ang inyong series dito sa MPBL. What type of preparation ngayon ang kailangan nyo for game number 3?
Siguro sa game 3, back to zero ulit kami kasi hindi pa tapos yung series. So, another preparation na naman and mas paghahandaan namin yung game 3 kasi it's a do or die game na eh.
Nico, sinong mga gusto mong badiyan?
Unang-una, nagpapasalamat ako kay God dahil nakuha namin tong game 2. Sa family ko, especially sa mama ko and sa Kuya Jervis ko, Panganiban family, Gazingan family, sa lahat ng supporters ng Team Gensan, sa mga tropa ko, LNJ family, J20 Sports Apparel, Fagot, and Fitness Zone.
Nico, maraming salamat and again, congratulations sa'yo. That's our best player of the game, Nico Panganiban, brought to you by OKBet, the official partner of the MPBL. With OKBet, own the win. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Sydney. Nico Panganiban and the Gensan Warriors force a knockout match against the Bacolod Bingo Plus. Same goes for the Pampanga Giant Lanterns and the Bataan Risers. Game 3 of those two teams will happen on Saturday. Nueva Ecija and Zamboanga are now waiting in the semis. Tomorrow, Pasig City will go up against QC. San Juan will defend their home court against Val City. And then on Friday, it will be Rizal versus Sarangani in Game 2 as well as Bacoor versus Batangas. Great games tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. On behalf of my partner, Coach JV Gayoso, our courtside reporter, Sydney Crespo, my name is Mix Gomez at ito po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang biga ng bawat Pilipino.